Well, hello everyone and welcome to today's live class. Today's topic is how to rent an apartment in English. But before we talk about this, let's remind ourselves what we did last week. Okay, so if you remember last week, it was teacher Robin who did the lesson and she was talking about possessives. So basically during the lesson you learned about Saxon genitive, you learned about possessive pronouns and also adjectives. So it's a grammar lesson, but it's really important. So I really recommend that you watch it again, and for you to do so, it's very simple. You go back to our Facebook page, you click onto the video section and you will see another window will come up just like here on the screen, and then you'll be able to choose the class that you want to watch and last week's class as well. You can post some comments and we will reply to you. Okay, so this week, so today, we're going to be talking about how to rent an apartment in English. And for some of you, it may be the first time that you are joining us, so welcome. I'm Teacher Del, and it's very, very easy for you to follow the lesson. All you need to do is enjoy and concentrate. And also, please feel free to write some comments in the comment box, because then I'll be able to say hello to you and give you some feedback. And towards the end of the class today, we'll have 2 questions. You'll then answer the questions through the comments and I will be able to speak to you, live and give you feedback as well. Okay, we've got Shiva watching. Okay, fantastic. Hello, Shiva, and thanks for joining. Okay, so everyone that's watching, come on, come and say hello. And if I can, I'll say hello back. All right, so let's start. Okay, first of all, a bit of vocabulary around renting an apartment or a flat. So first of all, or a house. Okay, so we start with a house. I'm sure most of you know this word. And then we've got a flat or apartment. Flat, we use it mainly in the UK, and apartment is more in the US. But in the UK, we can also say apartment. Right? A duplex is usually when we've got 2 floors, okay? And a loft or a studio. So a loft is like one room, like an open space area, and a studio will be a 1 room or 1 bedroom apartment, okay? Okay, let's continue. Now, the size. Usually, I know in the UK, we refer to the size when we talk about bedrooms. So, for example, you would say, I live in a 3-bedroom apartment or a 5-bedroom house, okay? So that means the number of bedrooms, the places where you sleep. That means you have a kitchen, a bathroom, a living room, sometimes a dining room, but we tend to actually describe the size talking about the bedrooms, okay? Then if you live in an apartment building, okay, you could be on the 2nd floor, but your building could have maybe 5 stories, okay? So look at the spelling here, it's interesting. In the UK, we say story for 1 or stories when it's plural. And in American, it's the same, but it's spelled differently, I-E-S at the end, okay? And then if we're going to measure the apartment, you want to know the surface, we're going to talk about square feet or square meters. It depends, where you are, what country you are in, okay? Right, features. Okay, features, we can talk about a terrace or a balcony. That's usually the space outside, okay? In the UK, we also talk about a conservatory. That's usually an extra room that you have in the garden area, okay, where it's all like made of glass. And in America, in the US, they call it a sunroom, right? So that's quite a nice room to sit in because you are in your garden. Then talking about garden, in America, we call it a yard, and in Britain, we call it the garden. So it's your area where you've got your little, maybe your vegetables, where you can play in the garden. Some people have a pond, it depends. And some people have got a swimming pool as well. Right, we've got some people watching, we've got Luca, Naing, Vu and Asma. So brilliant. So, maybe share the video, tell your friends that you are watching us live today, and maybe they'll be watching us as well. Is it the first time that you are watching? Come on, write more comments, tell me where you are from, and then again I'll be able to give you some interaction. Okay, so more features. Yes, 2 words which are very important because they're very different. In the UK, we talk about a lift. Okay, so if you don't want to catch the stairs, okay, then you go in the lift, and in the States it's the elevator. All right, so it's very, very different vocabulary here. Furniture, okay, you're looking to rent a flat. It could be that it's furnished, so you don't need to buy any furniture. It's got, you've already got maybe the sofa, the table, the chairs, the bed, okay? Or sometimes it's unfurnished, right? So there it's empty and you've got to bring your own furnitures. Then sometimes you rent an apartment and you need to check if pets are allowed. I mean, I remember once I rented a flat in the UK and pets, they were not allowed. So that's something you need to find out first. You may have a storage room. This is quite handy if you've got, let's say, lots of boxes, lots of things, even maybe a bicycle. So a storage room, this is where you're going to put and organize some of your things. And you may have a parking space allocated as well with the apartment. That's quite handy sometimes. Okay, buying and renting. Okay, so if you want to buy, we're going to be talking about a rent. It could be long-term or short-term. And if you're going to buy, we're talking about purchasing a house or a flat. So therefore, if you need to borrow some money from the bank, we'll be talking about a mortgage. Okay, again, this is like fixed on so many years. All right, so the vocabulary is different if you are buying or renting. But this is just an introduction today in terms of vocabulary. Then you are renting or you are buying, you're going to have some costs, of course. So in any case, you're going to have to put a deposit down. So you need to kind of say, hey, I want this apartment. Please, can you save it for me? All right, don't give it to anyone else. So you pay a deposit. So you kind of, to make sure to secure that it's yours, okay? If you are buying a place, you tend to have to put a down payment. You are borrowing from the bank, but often you can't borrow the whole money, so you put a down payment, okay? And you may have utilities, or you will have utilities to pay, and that's like the gas bill, the electricity, the water, all these extras that you have to pay. And then you'll have taxes to pay, depends on where you live, and also different fees, like if you go through an agency, okay, you will have fees that you have to pay them because they're providing you with a service. Okay, okay, what's the difference between the deposit and upfront? Okay, well, it's more or less the same, right? A deposit, like I said, you've seen the flat or a house that you want, so you're going to have to put some money. So to make sure that the agency stops and says, no, this one is reserved, okay? And up front, I mean, in the UK, we use deposit. So up front, I would imagine, is the same, where you have to put some money there. You have to pay ahead. That's how I would imagine. That's what it means. Okay, sharing again, right? What we do these days, with some of you finish universities and, it's kind of expensive to rent, and sometimes you want to still feel the university life, so you want to maybe share a flat or an apartment with some other people that you may not know. So in the US, we say roommate, and in the UK, we say flatmate, okay? But I mean, if you use flatmate or roommate in any country, I'm sure you will be understood. But these are the terms, okay? So actually, have you shared a flat in the past? Are you sharing now? I mean, something you can tell me. Okay, and then who to contact? Right, well, if you are interested in buying or renting a place, sometimes you can do it like with somebody directly, but often it'll be through an agency, okay? So you contact an agent and you arrange for a viewing. That means, okay, you've seen on the internet, you've seen a couple of flats that you'd like to view, so you ring them up and you say, okay, can we organize a viewing? So that means you go and see the flat with the agent, okay? Right, and that was it, because, this is a short subject. If you want to know more about that, we'll be posting some links, or maybe we already have. And basically, we are writing blogs and articles all the time, and the links that we've posted today will take you directly to articles about renting and buying and the right vocabulary. So I've got 2 questions for you today. The first one is, what do you call someone who shares an apartment with you? All right, we've just mentioned this. There is one word in America which is different from the one in Britain. Okay, Right, if you can remember both, it'd be brilliant. So come on, tell me. Okay, and number 2, who do you contact to see a house or an apartment, to request a viewing? Okay, so what's the word, what's the person? Tell me. So it's quite simple questions, but if you can actually write the answer in the comments, I'll be able to tell you if that's right or not. Okay, so while you do that, I'm going to give you a little bit of time, because I'm going to tell you how to join our millions of students here at ABBA, because we've got a fantastic course. If you're serious about learning English, then the ABBA course is for you. We have 144 units, different levels, beginners all the way through business level, okay? And each unit contains a short film. We call it the ABBA film. So first you watch the film. You can watch it as often as you like, as much as you like. And then in the unit, you will have different activities that are based around the film. So there'll be activities like vocabulary, there's like a speaking section, and also you have a video class. And in the video class, you have a teacher like myself, or even teacher Robin, who then explains to you in a really nice and simple manner different grammar points. Okay, so ABBA film, different activities, and the video class for the grammar. And then at the end of the unit, to check that you've understood what you've learned, there is a short assessment test. Okay, and then you can move on to the next unit. So that's how it works. It's actually very, very easy to use the course, because you can use it with your smartphone. So it's a mobile course, but it's also on your desktop, on your computer. So you can actually use both, more or less at the same time. Okay, right now to become an ABBA student, you can do it. There's 2 ways. The first way, and we will be posting links as well. Okay, you can sign up as a free student, and that means it's a trial. So you have access to the first unit of every level, and you have all of the video classes. So that's the grammar classes. And if you become a premium student, and that's the one to go for really, then you have access to everything, every level, all the films, all the classes, and on top of that, you can actually write to your own teacher. You can write to teacher Robin or to myself, or we have other teachers as well, and we reply to you. It's within 24 hours we reply to you, so that's the best option. Also, we love giving you lots of additional resources here at ABBA. We're on Facebook. We do the live classes. We've got a lot more on Facebook, so check that out. We are on we're on Twitter. We've got a YouTube page, and also I mentioned already the blog, the ABBA Journal, where we've got a link. Click on that link and you'll love it, because we've got lots of very interesting articles about lots of different topics. Okay, right, we've got a comment here. We've got somebody, so it's Pandak Limbu. Okay, so she likes the British accent, and I think she understands that. You probably think that it's quite clear, but I'm glad, right? That's really good. Yes, English has lots of different accents, but don't just stick to one accent. Get used to as many accents as possible, okay? And you'll find that you'll improve your English. Okay, Hussein and Lukman, okay, well done. They've answered correctly as well, so that's good. Well done, good effort here. Okay, so yeah, time to answer your questions. Let's see if we've got more comments. For now, I think you are still writing in the comments, so let me tell you about the next lesson. Now, it's me again, all right, in a few days' time, and we'll be talking about phonetics, and we'll be talking about diphthongs. We've called it Dell's diphthongs. We've actually done phonetics already. We've looked at different vowels, but this time we're going to do something different, and I'm going to talk to you about diphthongs, because phonetics is really important. So check Facebook and the schedule. All right, turn on your notifications, have a look at all the links that we've provided today, and that's it. Okay, keep writing, because even at the end of after the class is finished, we can also reply to your comments. So keep posting your comments, that's fine. But for now, I want to say thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.